Hi YouTubers today. Hope you enjoy about your today. Today's gonna be a new series called Pack Analysis. Okay, so every 2 to 3 months when the new set ever comes out, and this is the size set, we discuss the new set and say what cards, what the new archetypes are like and stuff like this is Genesis Impact, which is more of a size set, so it's a 60 card set, but it's the first one with not supers or secrets as the main set. We got 3 new archetypes in this set. We have got the Evil Twins, the Galvatrons, and the Machius. Okay, we'll talk to them about them individually. So this set is basically all the mechanics you like. So it's got links, it's got synchros, it's got exceeds, it's got originals. So this set is very good. He has not seen much success in the OCG, so I don't presume he hasn't seen much success or CSS here. We're still currently in lockdown in UK, and we still find the situation with it. We got vaccines on the way. There might be regionals next year, but we don't know when. Okay, so all things and YCS maybe next year when things get sorted. Okay, let's get to the list. I need to. Oh yeah, already said that. So the new set Genesis Impact were 10 ultra rares. Okay, 10 ultra rares. Okay, 15 supers, and 35 rares. So this is going to be interesting because it is a lot of rares. Yes, it's basically most of your pack is going to be rares. There's going to be 5 in the pack, so there's 5 in a pack. There's 7 in the pack. So out of your 7, you'll get loads of rares and as your commons. Yeah, and then you get 1 ultra, 1 super in every pack, which is going to be interesting. Which is quite. They've got nice colour. They're purple and stuff like that to match with the stuff. They're nice. It's colourful. I think it's going to be an interesting set. Out of the all special, this one's not going to do as well as the others. The first deck is the Galvatrons. Okay, they're all level 1, so they're original base archetype. Okay, they're all level 1. The little ones are level 1s, okay? All the little ones are level 1, basically, with 2,000. And they all have this thing, basically. Let me trip your original ones from my hand, right? From the hand or graveyard, they can special them by tripping one original monster, and then they special them themselves. And that's what they do. This is much better than the incantations, because they don't stick you to summon from the extra deck, which is excellent. That's a good thing. Hey, so you can summon up from the extra deck, so you can go, oh, let me special summon the one, so let me do the one special summon of the deck, then make the link one, then special off. Yep, that's what's excellent about this deck straight away. It fixes that issue. The original monsters are quite interesting too. So there are original spells, which is good. The original spells are quite interesting because the Galvatrons use attack. They do. They use attack stats. So if they have 2,000, you see they have 2 full thousand. They're both 12 level 12 monsters. Okay. Okay. So how are you gonna even summon them? The idea is you're gonna use attack. So if you have 2,000 attack monsters on a sample, you contribute them both as one. Yep. And the boss monster, this one here, basically can just go pop pop. Yep. It's pretty much like a Dryden, so it just goes pop pop, which is quite good, but it can do it in multiples, which is nice. The other one's not so good, but the Galvatrons can be mixed with any deck you like original. Necros is good. Megalith, you could do it with Herald, you could do it with the Gishki if you want to. That's the one I haven't seen yet, but that one seems quite interesting to me. There's other stuff you could do it with too, as it's quite a good engine. I've been seeing it a lot with Necros quite recently. It hasn't made much success, but I think that's because people are not realising it's actually a good engine. It's much better. So it's an engine, and it's quite a big engine. You'll need quite a lot of monsters to make this engine kind of work, okay? Let's go to the next one, okay? Next then is Evil Twins. Evil Twins are these two. So there are 2 main deck monsters. That this is also the boss monster, but there are 2 main deck monsters basically summoning each other out. Okay, so you've got Kirby will just go one. So you've got 2 girls. Okay, are new troopers at night in the day, but at night they're fake grey. So the idea is the blue one will get the pink one, okay? Then you link them off to make the blue all pink, right? Then you bring one back. Then you make the pink or the blue, and you draw one out or top one, okay? And you use them as engine in any other theme deck. Because the condition is you can only special summon themes for the rest of the turn. So you gotta keep that in mind. So the idea of this deck is you could play things like, so you can play the nightmares, because nightmares are very far in between, which is good. You could play. So I play them, and then I also play Fernites, but you can also play Unchained. Any deck is pretty much thing could use this engine, and it's only 2 main deck monsters, so it's only 6 monsters, and then also it's only only four slots in your extra deck. So it's got quite a lot of space. You've got quite a lot of space. This deck is pretty good. It's a nice little engine. It works quite well. It hasn't seen much success, but that's because OC have a completely different format. Remember that more hand shots, more control. This is more of a combo deck, and it's supposed to get to your combos. And it's supposed to put pressure on your opponent because they are thinking, oh shoot, I got to add to this very quickly. Yes, they are very, very precisely thinking what's going to happen with this deck each time, which is pretty good. They're good. This one's not as good. This deck's pretty good. I've been playing it for the last couple of weeks. I'll be picking up this deck soon. I might do a deck profile of it quite soon with Third Night. So maybe when I get the cards for these and the Third Night cards, I can do a deck profile in the next month, which would be pretty good, which would be pretty nice. It's pretty nice, okay? And then the last one is Matthias, okay? This is a spellcaster deck, and it uses all mechanics. So it uses Exceed, Links, Fusion, Synchron. It uses absolutely everything in the extra deck, okay? The idea of this deck is basically the monsters equipped from the extra deck and basically get searches and get pluses that way. The Link one's the best. The Link one just basically any spellcaster can make the Link one, and then it can just, because it's just good for invoke decks in general, because what happens is it means you don't need El Mirage or Secure Guard. You'll still play those, but that means you don't need to play so much in your extra deck. You could actually play 3 extra deck cards of Links, and it actually means you could play that and take a risk to play 3 of it, which is a big risk. You can play it with other decks, so it's a spellcaster engine because the deck just special summons itself out and keeps going. You need other decks to support because it's not really the best one. It's the to me, it's the weakest one, but it does actually alright. You can do it with Shaddolls, Dogmanica. There's a lot of decks you can do this deck with. Shaddoll is the best one. I think the best one is like with Shaddolls, Dogmanica with it, which is pretty good. There's some nice combos with that. There's some other good spell cards. You can do it with the Demions and have them as like easier standards. The fusion cards are pretty good. The fusion spell's pretty good, and the continuous spell card is pretty good for the deck. It's very normal, unreliable. That's the issue with the deck. The good thing is all level 4, so it's problem is normal, unreliable, which is the bad thing at this sort of timing. This deck will get support. Evil Twins already got support already. Sorry, mention it. They've already got support in the next in Blazing Vortex with a new extender, which they kind of needed, so that's good. And then there's reprints. I think they need things like pre-prep and stuff like that, and preparation right and preparations, and other good original stuff too. I think Herald would be nice, and upgrades like that would be pretty good. This deck, decks like this needs the support as much as they can get. This set is not going to be the best. Okay, it's not in a great time. It's Christmas when we should be celebrating, but we are currently still in the rule books and stuff like that. I think we need once we start getting out these decks will see play some of them, and as engines will be very, very nice. And it won't be as good as my opinion as Animated Painter or Outrage because Animated Painter was just insane, but they got rid of block down. They still see play. Well blocked down. It's just more a loose cannon sort of deck. Same with Outrage. Right deck it's perfectly fine. Just play it not as a combo deck. You play it as a control deck or with Invoke and stuff like that. You play as it tend to be. Look at Oshiji for example. It's literally Outrage is literally a stun deck with not many monsters and basically wants to win with 60 cards and zombies and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's because they go grassroots grid and how many traps they can play. It's unbelievable. They can play 3 skill drain and stuff like that. And 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 I think this set analysis will be pretty good. So the next one will be Blazing Vortex, which we'll look up for. We've got some stuff next week coming up and stuff like that. Okay. I hope you enjoyed what about show today with the new set analysis. We'll be doing more things with this set analysis for the next one. This is just the first pilot, so this is the first of the series. So this is the first one. So we'll put this as number 1. So we'll put first. Okay. Hey, and we'll see with other sets coming out in the future, which would be good, which would be cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Right, and subscribe and watch all. Wash your hands, keep safe, stay at home. Try and share me on Facebook, on Instagram, and follow me on there. And keep safe, wash your hands, and hopefully we'll be able to get connected to those sort of things soon. And I hope you subscribe and watch all. Sorry I didn't get to the online tournament this weekend, but hopefully this week they'll be able to do it this week. I hope you subscribe and watch all, and see you all next time. Peace out. Goodbye.